Hi everyone. In this video, which will be likely to be the last kind of video on the greenhouse how-to, is I'm going to be going over the side curtains. Now I know I touched on those a little bit earlier, kind of saying, oh, this is where they're going to be, this is how it's going to be done, but there was no visuals because I had to get the plastic on first. So since the plastic's on, everything else is done, I'm going to show you how I did my side curtains. And I took some ideas from a couple other people. I don't think there's really, you know, a standard how to do it. You do it the way that works for you, and that's how I did it. So, if you see here, of course the side curtain's down. Now, I will roll it up for you. However, since I don't have a tripod at the moment, this may be a little difficult. But anyway, I'll start here. So the plastic, how I did it is, you know, it's fastened to my side curtain rail here, whatever you want to call it, just support. And then down here, these are 4 10-foot lengths of top rail chain link fence, 1 1/4 inch. They don't have 1 3/8 or 1 1/2 up here. It's 1 1/4. That's kind of the consensus. So a little bit thinner. Same thing with my rails here, but it holds up just fine. So what I did is every 6 feet, you can kind of see it down in here, I took a piece of 1 1/2 inch PVC. It's actually electrical conduit, so it's not the PVC, the EMT conduit, and I cut it lengthwise in half, and I cut about 6 or 8 inches across. And I have 2 self-tapping screws that I have the plastic wrapped around the curtain pipe, wrapped around once or twice, you know, kind of rolled up, and then fastened with the screws and the little brace there. And I have that, I think, every 8 feet. So in total, there's, I guess, what, 5 or 6 throughout here, and it seems to be holding on the plastic just fine. Now, you may see this rope here and say, well, what is that for? Well, the rope is exactly that. It's there to provide support. So when this is rolled up, if there's no rope here, the roll up side, the plastic will just flap back and forth, smack back and forth, back and forth. And not only is that annoying to listen to, it's not good for the plastic, it's not good for the supports to be hitting like that, and it's very easily could get cut, and you could get a scratch in the plastic, and then that could become a tear, and then you're screwed. So these go up and like, these are just eye hooks. So every hoop, it alternates bottom, top, and you go the whole way out. And now I guess you could go top to bottom each one and then tie it separately, but this way, have it like this, the rope stays fairly tight when it's all the way down. And for the winter time, the only thing I'm going to do to secure this more is actually have it done already, is I have a temporary furring strip to hold this down, because this is now open, you know, but you put a furring strip here, the wind can't get in here, and this won't lift at all. So let me see if I can get it rolled up for you without screwing up too bad. Okay, there you go. Now you can kind of hold on. Okay, so I'm going to roll it up quite easily, really, with one hand. There you go, and that's all the way up. Again, it's not perfectly level, but close enough. So then what I got to do, I won't be doing any of this until the spring, is I need to get some sort of way, either just a string or something to fasten it to this, so I can adjust it at different heights. Now I'll put it back down again, real easy. And in the rope, as you see it, it prevents it from smacking way around. So when you roll it back down, clip it in like that, push it down. Now it's down. So I mean, I have a little bit of fiddling to do with how this is going to actually work. Might cut the pipe, but again, for this year I don't need to do that, because the side curtains won't be used until probably May of next year. So I have 6 months before these will be used, so I won't need to do that. Now we'll go to the other side. I won't roll that one up, just because it's done. It's a little bit harder because my kind of makeshift handle broke off. But anyway, same difference. Now this curtain is higher. This is about 34 inches. The one over there is about 24 to 26 inches. And it's because of the way that the land slopes, I wanted to make everything, you know, level. So this is a little bit higher. But the thing, it works exactly the same. I got my rope here holding everything in place. This one here, I already have my furring strip in place. So this is holding the plastic, so there's no wind. Wind can't get in here. You can see how it's kind of doctored up. Wind can't get in here this winter and to blow this stuff around. And again, it goes up the same way. I got a crank here. I'll be redoing these cranks, of course, in the springtime. I don't need to do them right now because save a little bit of money for the winter, and plus I won't be using those. But as you see, you know, they're nice and straight, and I think come springtime and really into next summer, having these excuse me, having these side curtains will really give me a lot more versatility with venting. That combined with the two bottom, two top vents, the door and the big vent at that end, the roll up sides is I'll basically be able to, excuse me, I'll basically be able to control every aspect of ventilation. Now the greenhouse over there, well, I either had the doors open or the windows open or they had them shut. There was no kind of in between, and plus I had 3 box fans in there, which did an adequate job in the beginning part of the year, but once it started getting really hot, they couldn't keep up. So that's something I will be looking into for next year, is how to better ventilate the long greenhouse. Now, of course, doing a roll-up side would work, but it's not set up that way. So I may just kind of cut vents in it every 12 inches on the bottom, as you saw in one of my previous videos. We'll see. But anyway, that's the side curtains. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.